Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are here for the first chakra, the root chakra. I'm so excited to dive into this content with you guys and just take you along on this journey. If you're new to chakras, you're in the right spot. This is going to just be such a fantastic, immersive study and some really great ways that you can connect deeper to your root chakra using the KLZ method membership and all the tools that I offer. So getting into this root chakra course, I consider it a course in grounding because we are talking so much about grounding. All life on the planet carries a certain electrical charge, even the earth itself. So when we're talking about grounding, just like an electrical current, how you have in your house, you have electrical currents, and that third prong, that bottom circle prong is a grounding wire. Because the Earth's surface has a negative charge, it's believed that we can absorb negative ions through our feet when we're walking on the ground barefoot, and that this neutralizes the positively charged free radicals. Yes, I was reading that. So while we're grounding energetically, we're also just reconnecting to the Earth, to our source, Mother Earth or Gaia. It's just such a beautiful place to start. So let's take a look. The chakra system, I just want to go over this really quickly, originated in India between 1500 and 500 BC. The Hindu Vedas were the earliest Sanskrit records and most ancient scriptures of Hinduism. So the chakras go all the way back to the most ancient scriptures. The word chakra means wheel or disc, and it references spiritual energy centers in the subtle body. So there are these different wheels or discs at 7 different places within our body. And these are just the main 7. There are actually far more than this, but we're focusing on these main 7 that are constantly spinning. And what we really want is for them to all be working together, all in harmony, spinning at the same speed. But what ends up happening because of diet, because of lifestyle, because of stress, just because of the way that we live now, sometimes these chakras get out of line. They get out of alignment. And you'll have one chakra spinning too fast if you're in a really intense time in your life and you're really moving forward with your solar plexus chakra that is your center of your will. We'll go over that more in the future. But if one chakra really is going quickly, then it takes energy from those that surround it. And what you will have then is just things being out of alignment. And what we want to have, again, is just all of those chakras functioning and spinning at that same rate. So the root chakra is located at the base of the tailbone. You can see on the model in the middle there, the red dot is right there in the center of her tailbone. The responsibilities of the root chakra are fight or flight. It's all about primal instincts. It's about our tribal or family code, and our tribe or family code can be not just our family, and we don't have to be in an actual tribe. It's about what we believe in. So our tribe could be a fraternity, or it could be a workplace environment, just the beliefs of what our system is all into. It's the foundation. It's all about the basic needs. A balanced root chakra creates the foundation and stability necessary for true transformation and growth. It's grounded, it's stable, it's secure, it's safe, supported, and present. So a lot of times when people are coming to the energetic bodies and starting to learn things, they want to go to the higher chakras where we can really get into connection with our source and with our spirit guides, coming to those amazing meditative states that are really fun to get into, and especially if you're new. The thing is, though, that as deep as your roots go is as far as your branches will be able to reach as well. And it's literally a description of a tree. As much as your root chakra is developed is going to be as far as your branches can reach. So having those amazing experiences in the upper chakras is all directly related to how deep your roots are going and how connected you are, how stable and secure you are. Imbalance in the root chakra can be due to a threat to our basic survival. So things like war, natural disasters, political unrest, famine, pandemic, all of these things can throw our root chakra out of alignment, where we start to really lose our real grasp on our foundation and we are pulled into fear. So if you've felt that in the last few years, you are certainly not alone. And I think everyone's had an experience where they've caught themselves really out of alignment with where they generally baseline. Overactive chakra in the root spins too fast, Someone with an overactive root chakra would be fearful or nervous, feel out of place or unwelcome. And if the chakra is spinning too slow or it's underactive, we would be potentially materialistic and greedy, obsessed with security and resisting change. So someone that's like hoarding things, versus someone that's just very reactionary to the anxiety and fear are two examples of how you can kind of see this root chakra out of balance. These next two slides are my favorite. It just really gives so much description about what this root chakra is about. So the color associated with the root chakra is red. The body parts are just the foundational bones, spine, teeth, the kidneys, the blood, the legs and the feet. The endocrine gland is the adrenal cortex, where that fight or flight response comes from. Right on top of the kidneys, they sit like little hats. You can see them there in the image. The orientation to self is self-preservation. The developmental stage is the womb to 12 months. The psychological function is survival. The identity is the physical self. The challenge is fear, and the right is to have. So I just think that gives such a fantastic description about what this chakra is all about. And we could go so into depth on all of those. That developmental stage from womb to 12 months, I just feel like gives it such a great outline. Like this little tiny baby that's just born is just trying to survive. He needs food, he needs milk, he needs his mother, he needs nourishment, he needs sleep. Those are just very, very basic survival principles. So looking at the KLZ method suggestions for balancing the root chakra, and they all emphasize contact with the ground and neutralizing the energy. So for fitness, we're talking about squats, lunges, and jumping, anything to do with the legs. So grounding your energy is just massages for your legs, getting the legs active, moving blood through the legs. Red blood cells are created in the deepest part of your bone, in the bone marrow, and your femur has the largest amount of bone marrow in your entire body. So anything that we can do where the muscles are squeezing on that bone really starts to support creating more red blood cells, which we just saw were just so foundational. We all need blood to survive, right? Foods, we're talking about root vegetables and proteins and red meat, just that nourishing, grounding energy. A potato was created, was born, was grown in the ground. So transferring that energy from that potato that was just so earthy into our physical body, we transfer that energy. The herb is sage. Crystals include bloodstone, hematite, garnet, ruby, tourmaline, and onyx. Those are all just stones that when I think about them, they just have such a good heft about them. They really have sort of a weighted energy that feels very grounding. Yoga poses are the same as fitness, where we're really emphasizing contact with the legs and connection with the earth. So mountain pose, tree pose, warrior pose, bridge pose, where you have your feet connected and you're lifting up the pelvis, easy pose. All these poses where we're emphasizing contact again with the earth, or we're really strengthening and connecting through the legs. My favorite is tree pose in this selection here. I love the tree pose just because as you lift up one leg, you really get to ground that other leg. You usually use two legs to stand. And when you lift up one leg and really allow that current to flow up into your leg, you can really connect to the earth that way. It's just such a powerful way to ground. Bringing that other foot down to the ground as well, you can really notice the difference and connect into that energy. It's so beautiful. Incense is cedar, very earthy. Scents are frankincense, myrrh, patchouli, and sandalwood. The planets are Saturn and, of course, Earth. The element of the root chakra is earth. So we have earth, water, fire, and air. And, of course, the root chakra is just an earth element. The tarot suit is the pentacles. In nature, some of my favorite things to do to reconnect to my root chakra are hiking. As I'm hiking, I love to look at the ground and just watch, like letting those visions wash over my brain and just letting the earthing kind of register to my subtle body. Anything with the earth. So anything that you can do with the earth, raking, planting, digging. I get teased in my neighborhood because I love to rake all the time, and they think that I have some kind of I like to fluff my mulch or something like that. And it's really just such a great meditation when I've done a lot of work or when I'm just kind of like feeling really spacey. I'll just get a rake and go and pull the mulch, how it always gets into the grass. I'll rake it back into the garden beds and stuff like that, just because it feels so good to watch that rake raking over the earth and just reconnecting. For play, I love rolling on the ground or just laying flat on the ground. The power of laying flat on the ground and just looking up at the sky is so undervalued. It's just so beautiful to really connect your entire body to the earth and at the same time look all the way up and just see the vastness of this planet that we live on. We get so stuck looking at our phones and looking at such small, tight spaces that we forget to really look up and ground in at the same time. And then sound, the solfeggio frequencies are listed there. The sound bowl note is C, and the mantra is Lam, Lam. So if you're feeling like you need to ground, you can listen to that C note, even on a piano, or you can chant the sound Lam, or you can Google some of those solfeggio frequencies and just turn them on in your headphones. So all of these things listed here, I have curated specific little things within the KLZ Method membership that pair along with this root chakra. So for fitness, I love doing strength workouts, just feeling the energy of that weight, anchoring my energy down to the planet. I love doing leg things. I love doing the high intensity interval exercises. We've got a few of those over there that you can go check out. Plenty of yoga classes just to really get your feet reconnected. Journal prompts for reconnecting to the earth, affirmations that you can just listen to. So all of these different things, Kundalini Kriyas and meditations and breath works that will help you to reconnect. So check out that membership offering and utilize some of those tools over there. So that is our first run through with the root chakra. Please let me know what you think. If you have any questions, here's where you can contact me, and just know that I'm along for the journey and I am sending love always. Sat Nam.